Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad you're here this morning. Got a big show lined up. We've got some fishing reports and got some pictures and giveaways and all kinds of things going to be happening this morning. So stay tuned for a really good show to get your weekend started off right. Our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center at the corner of Baldwin and Highway 77. Folks, it's going to be hot again. It's getting up, after today, it's getting up to 86 degrees. And the water temperature is still 81. It's going to be a low of 73. So it's going to be a hot day. Getting ready, summer's here, and it's coming in with a bang. Our river read is brought to us by Watson Landing Marina and Dry Storage. We're looking at the river's in good shape this weekend. The Apalachicola to Bluntstown is at a 4.5. That's a good reading, almost identical reading on the Choctawhatchee at Caryville. It is a 4.4. Okay, look at our tide chart. The tides are getting good. Brought to us by this one here, Kitten Forest Lawn Funeral Home and Cemetery. We're looking at today is June the 3rd. Good strong tide to be this morning. 9:01 is high tide this morning. It's going to start going out and be going out all day until about 7:03. Similar tides tomorrow, so it's going to be really good water movement. Let's go into our fishing game time brought to us by Barron Barbecue Shrimp Marinade. Our times this morning, 11:22 to 1:22, right smack dab in the middle of the day. Tell your boss you want to just fish during lunch, the extra hour there at lunch. Tonight, 11:51 to 1:51 for you folks going out floundering. All right, we're going to get another live report. Yesterday we got to talk to the pier. We got a good report there. Now we're calling down to Caryville, a Seaquarter Marina. I have Captain Kim on the phone. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Chester.
How's everything down there in Caryville?
We are just fishing like crazy over here. We've got everybody's out on the water already, so we've got a good load of people out there going again for snapper and grouper, and they've been catching all kinds of lane snapper as well as the reds, and it's been pretty hot over here. Everybody's limiting out.
Okay, limiting out. Now you sent me some pictures this week. I'm seeing some fine looking snapper.
Yes, sir. My husband went out, took some of his friends, and they did a real good job. Got some real nice snapper this weekend. And everybody's been really, hot and heavy on it. They've been doing pinfish here and there, and the stretch 30s, the red and white stretch 30s have been pretty popular. Been pretty good.
Okay, how far out are they going?
Well, a week or so ago, it wasn't too far. I mean, we were talking, just inside the 9-mile cut, but yesterday and the day before, yesterday they've been going out pretty 15, 20.
Okay. All right. What about let's get inshore a little bit, back behind Dog Island. Anything going on the backside of Dog Island?
Oh, yeah. They're still real hot and heavy with the Spanish and the sea bass and trout, mullet, redfish, all kinds of good stuff over there. The tarpon have been rolling like crazy.
Well, I was going to ask you about tarpon. Now, where are y'all seeing some tarpon?
Well, right here in front of the office, it's been pretty good just about every morning. And, of course, the mullet are jumping and the tarpon are rolling. And don't forget your fillet knife.
That's a tough job. You got to look out there and see tarpon rolling.
Oh, yeah. They've been seeing them over by Dog Island, too. So, I mean, it's been pretty thick in here.
Yeah. That little pass, we don't often talk about the pass, but we go through it every time we go down there. The pass between St. George, the big St. George and Dog Island.
Right.
How's that been looking lately?
They've been doing real good over there, too. It's mostly the sea bass and sheep's head, all that kind of good stuff right in close. And
all right.
Tarpon and redfish right there on the grass.
All right. Well, that looks good. And, of course, the river fishing up the river has been pretty good.
Yeah, the brim are huge, bigger than pan for most of them, and they've been doing real good. We got plenty of crickets and worms for that type of fishing, plenty of gear to go with it, and they've just been going crazy.
All right. Well, look, Em, I am officially retired, and I've been saying this for a couple years now. I'm going up there. I'm coming down there, and we're going up the river and go fishing.
That's a good idea, Mr. Winston, and congratulations again on your retirement, and I look forward to seeing you.
Thank you so much. Great report. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
You bet. Have a great weekend.
You too.
Bye.
All right. Seaquarter Marina in there, folks. They're surrounded by good fishing. It's as simple as that. All right, let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back. All right. right, welcome back. Let's start off with some pictures, some midweek pictures. We've got them in here for this morning. We've been talking about his big red snapper. Check it out. This is Matthew Daffin. That is a fine red snapper. Daffin family. If y'all know the Daffin family right here, they had the garage and they had the kids and his grandkids and all that. He looks like a Daffin, doesn't he? If you folks know the Daffin family, good picture, a great picture. All right, this next one right here. Check this out. This is one from Carabel that Captain Kim sent. This is Captain Harold, Craig, Tom, Richard. You can see the fish they caught. That's right there on the dock there, sea quarters. They brought them on the dock. They cleaned them. They probably already eaten it by now. Good trip right there. Okay, hold on. I got another one. This is our buddy Bubba Hart. They've been doing some serious fishing this week. I don't know who's running the shop, but it ain't Bubba because Bubba's been fishing. And you can see, no, Bubba's working hard, but you can see he had a good trip right there. Good job, Bubba. I'm going to be going with you pretty soon. All right, check this out. This is Brant Marshall. The Marshall boys have Brant Harris, the brothers, and Scott's their dad. And they caught this on Wednesday or Thursday. This was Wednesday afternoon, a monster scamp. That is a huge scamp, folks, right there. Those boys fish hard and they enjoy fishing. All right, good job there, Brant. I just thought this was funny. Dad is going to be so happy when he sees the gas tank full. Some of y'all can identify with that. The kids want to help out. All right, check this out. There's a nice grouper here. Charmaine Reeder. This is Adam's Reeder's wife. The two of them fish together a lot now, and that's her first gag grouper. Good job, Charmaine. Okay, and how about the Hobbs, Chad Hobbs from St. Joe? Those boys had a good trip. Had a nice trip right there. Here it is right here. You can see that's a nice one. Good job, Chad Hobbs out of St. Joe. In fact, I put this other picture up. I'm gonna run this other picture that I first showed right next to it. Look at that. Look at that red snapper. Look at that red snapper. Two different boat landings, two different areas, but that shows you how many red snapper we have here and how things are going so well with big red snappers. Some really good catches. Okay, I want to. That's enough of the picture for now. I want to move on. One of the things we got in the June FWC meeting, it's coming up June 16th, it's going to be down in Apalachicola now. So I just want to briefly tell you a couple of things they're going over that will affect us. They'll go over a lot of stuff, but basically the red drum limit, red drum rule, they're going to talk about that and probably go and adopt that in the northwest zone. The Barracuda, they're going to create a slot limit in South Florida, but not in North Florida, the slot limit. I don't know who keeps Barracuda. Of course, the big thing up here for us now is the bay scallops. They're going to make a decision on the bay scallops on that day. So right now they're saying discussion, but I'm assuming they're going to come out with a decision then, a recommendation, modify some other things. One thing too, another thing they're going to talk about, when you bring fish back from the Bahamas, there are a few folks that bring fish back. It's allowing harvesters to bring back recreational caught wahoo, dolphin, and reef fish from the Bahamas as fillet instead of whole condition. So now you can fillet them and bring them back. That's important. And the last one, I'm going to talk about a Boca Grande Pass at the boundary. I know some of us go fishing down there. And just moving, one of the buoys has been moved down there, so they're going to make that a boundary. But those are some of the things they talk about when FWC has a meeting. These meetings are open to the public, so be aware of it if you want to go. I'm going to try to get that one 16th. Jeff, what day? That's a week after next. I may try to get down there and go to that. It'll be interesting. All right, let's take a break and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Glad you're with us this morning. Hope you're getting ready for a big weekend in the outdoors. It's going to be pretty weather. It's going to be a little bit warm in the afternoon, so get up early tomorrow morning and get out there. Just do it now, okay? One of the things about, looking around, I live on the bay. Like a lot of us, we'll go across the bridges, and a lot of times, especially early in the morning, you can look out there and just sort of check things out. And I'm always amazed by seeing different things. But one of the things I check out a lot, especially this time of year, is little schools of bait fish and see what's going on. You can see them out in the Gulf or driving on the beach, whatever, or even on a lake and all, you can see bait fish. But bait fish now, they grow fast, and they're getting on up there now. About a couple of weeks ago, they were too small to be fooling with, but they're getting on up there. I saw some other day coming across the bridge about 7 o'clock in the morning. There was just a big old school out there in North Bay. I hadn't seen any the birds hadn't found them yet, and that's one of the things the old guys like Hawk Massolina and those guys. That's exactly how the old fishing guide. They didn't have any electronics, but what they did, they knew they saw those birds diving. They knew to take those customers. I'm talking about back in the early 1900s, folks would be coming down here fishing, and that's exactly what. When I do my research on the book, I was fascinated to run across some old interviews and all, and that's what they would say. You look for those diving birds. It's simple as that, and it's still true today. So the bait fish, the diving birds, that's a tip of the day. Be looking for them and all. And they're going to be, if you got bait fish out there, you're going to have some bigger fish close by. I can promise you. Okay. Got to talk to Captain Ray yesterday. Our good friend Captain Roy, who got me started in this television business, and I had a good conversation. He came to my retirement party the other night. We had a chance to talk, and we'll get him to come back on the show pretty soon. But he was telling me the bay is just starting to clear up. And he's catching some trout, but he's not catching near as many trout as he used to. He said there's just not as many trout in the bay as it used to be. So he's going to come on the show pretty soon and talk about it. So one of the things, the water clarity is not there like it used to be, and it's just and for various reasons, and we'll talk about it when it comes on, but it's something interesting to ponder. Okay. Now I started this on Monday. I want to finish it today. I never got to finish. We were talking about resolutions. Like in June, I like to sort of go back to visit resolutions. You do resolutions, make yourself a little bit better. And I do 10 every year. I write them down. I keep them with me, and you revisit them about every now and then to make sure you're doing them. And so, and I mentioned the first one. Then something came up the other day on the show. I didn't even get to finish. Well, I know what came up. We ran out of time. So resolutions at my 10. I'm going to first one was do it now. I just mentioned that a while ago. Do it now. And if you can, I've been pretty good about that, and I'll be better now that I'm retired. Number 2, more freshwater fishing. We're going down to the creek probably this afternoon, and do some freshwater fishing. We may not get to it today. We'll make sure we get the boat launched and everything. Make sure everything's running right at Howard Creek. So hopefully we'll get that done. Number 3, less Facebook. I don't know if I've improved much on it. I did have less Facebook. Now recently I've gotten back. It's been Facebook. I promise you, these electronics, all electronics are an addiction. Okay, I got to move on. Number 4, I'm gonna skip number 4. Well, I'm not blow horn at people who are texting. I haven't done a lot of that, but if they're texting when the red light changes and they're still sitting there, that's rampant now. That just aggravates me. They're just taking up their own selfish time. You got 10 or 15 other people waiting on them, and they're just texting at the red light, and I'm gonna blow the horn at them. Okay. Number 5. Okay, I did number 5. Attend the Daytona Beach Antique Tackle Show. We did that one. Okay. Number 6. Work on my old Jeep, and I've done that. By the way, that old tire cover, that new tire cover with the rod racks and all, looks great on there. I'll take a picture and bring it to you. So I'm gonna piddle around that old Jeep some more this summer. Number 7. Best year ever on Panhandle Outdoors. I say that every year, and I mean it every year. Now we got a lot more time. We're gonna put this thing on steroids. We're gonna get taken off. We're gonna have a lot more videos, that's for sure. Number 8, love every minute of my final semester. And my final semester this past year, I think it was awesome. I mean, I felt like I could not have scripted a better ending to my career. It was just a wonderful retirement party. The kids were super. It was just it was wonderful. So that resolution was true. Number 8, number 8. Number 9, eat healthier. You always try to eat healthier, and these end of the year school parties, we went boom. We didn't eat all that healthy, but this summer now, all these vegetables coming in. I love summertime eating. I can eat a tomato sandwich about every other day, and I eat a lot of tomato sandwiches, banana sandwiches, and Jeff, you like tomato sandwiches? All right, they're good. And number 10. Help my fellow man, and we're always trying to do that. That's something that just you feel good about, and there's so many ways you can do it, and all different. What I like about it is just all different ages. Young people and old people, and just do things with them and spend some time with them. And I've just been blessed in my career to have been around some of the things I've been around. So I want to continue that. I'm definitely going to go fishing. I'm going to take more people fishing and I'll video them, but I'm really looking forward to this summer. And my check, I probably got about if I was going to give myself a grade on this, I'm going to give myself an A, around 90. 90 above an A. I'll give myself a 90. I've got to work on that Facebook thing. Got to cut down on it, which I will. And but the rest of them I feel good about. So anyway, check your New Year's resolutions. If you don't make them, make some mid-year's resolutions. It's gonna make you a better person. Okay. Now let's get ready. Tarpon Dock Seafood Giveaway. We have so many good sponsors. And by the way, that's something else I'm going to do this summer. I'm going to have time to go out and try to get us some more sponsors. And if any folks up in the Marianna or the Funiac or locally who wants to come on and advertise on Panhandle Outdoors, I promise you our sponsors get good results from it. I feel good about it. We'll talk about it to a loyal viewing audience. I'm always open. So this summer, if I need to go up there and talk to y'all about coming on, have all kinds of different packages we can provide. So we're going to be, I've got some people who want to come on now. I've got time to go talk to them. And we got one big happy family here, and one of our big members of Tarpon Dock Seafood. And in fact, we figure between close to 80% of our original sponsors are still with us. The other 20%, they come and go anyway as far as their advertising policies. So, but when you keep that many for do as long as we have, over 2,000 something shows, we're very proud and we're very thankful. Okay, and thank you, the audience, for supporting them. Now let's give away some seafood. Let's give away a $20 gift certificate. Okay, and Amanda Whitehead, I need that jar. You said you found me a big pickle jar. I'm gonna come down there and get it. I'll come over there and get it. All right, winner, $20 gift to Jimmy Lumley. Jimmy Lumley, he's gonna go buy some shrimp, I bet. Jimmy, there you go, right there. Jimmy's a good viewer. I saw him not too long ago. All right, now the big red snapper, and you saw some pictures of the big red snapper. I'm gonna be frying some up next week, I promise you. I'm gonna catch some this weekend. And that's going to be David Gilmore and Jimmy Lumley. So I got the red snapper here, got $20 here. All right, well, we're going to take a quick break and come back with our famous Friday fishing forecast. All right, welcome back to our famous Friday fishing report. We're going to start down on the eastern interviewing area. You just got to report live on the phone with Captain Kim and just sort of rehash what she said. One of the big things, the tarpon been showing up for about 2 weeks now, so that's a good fishery. And then the redfish back behind Dog Island, and then right there in the pass right there, we're looking at some good sea bass fishing. And I can promise you that all of those are true stories, and that's happening right now as we speak. People are catching those right now as we speak. Okay, let's move on up here in Apalachicola Bay on the backside of St. George Island is going to be excellent. But going up here in Apalachicola Bay, trout are doing good on the flats and in deeper holes. They're sort of holding up in Apalachicola Bay. Another strong area has been alongside the St. George Island Bridge. Okay, they've been catching some nice trout on this bridge right in here. There it is right there. And you can fish on these pilings. And I'll tell you another good place, all through here. Good boat launches in here, and you can fish these flats back up here and come up here and fish these docks. That's something that's some really good fishing for redfish, to follow these docks up in here, all through here. We don't talk about that a lot, but excellent fishing for red fishing in here. And if you get on down here on St. George Island, you just follow there. Of course, we talked many times about the pass, the Bob Sykes Cut right here. And it's really, bull reds are just predominant in this area. Really, really good fishing there. And again, the flats up here. And okay, let's move on down here behind St. Vincent Island. Good trout fishing has been. I've had reports of good trout fishing off this point right in here. And of course, we're always talking about the oyster bars in here, but be careful. Really be careful in that area. Okay. And the whiting bite has been good. Talked to some people catching whiting right here. I'm going to show you right what we're talking about. Indian Pass Campground. They caught some whiting there this past week. I know sometimes it sounds like a broken record, but it's true. This stuff is just being caught. Now, St. Joe Bay. St. Joe Bay has been sort of particular this spring. The report I got here, there's been some good catches of flounder and redfish, but most anglers using soft baits, and they're doing around Pig Island, around the Pig Island area, and around Black's Island. Pig Island in here. So they're using soft plastic baits, and they're catching some. They're not writing home about a lot of stuff, but it's been a little bit slow, really, in St. Joe Bay. All right, let's move on up here into Mexico Beach. I've got this report coming in from Captain Mitch Coleman with Florida Days Adventure. All right, here's what Mitch is saying. The water temperatures are around 80 to 81 and very clear. There's plenty of bait around buoys, and the kings are nearby. So what he's doing is slow trolling a live bait or trolling a duster with a frozen bait. Plenty of 10 to 15 pound kings, plenty of those around. Snapper bite is good if you can keep the porpoise away. We were only able to land one fish Saturday, and it was too big for them to eat. A lot of undersized, but fun to catch AJs on live bait in the car-body reef. So that's what's going on, and that's just a constant problem when you're out fishing. Those porpoise, those dolphins start following you out here, and you just got to get away from them. Okay, move on into Crooked Island Sound. That's been pretty steady this week, and let's go on into San Andrew Bay System. The best bite, I talked to Captain Roy and two or three other captains. The best bite has been over here in East Bay. Okay, East Bay has been pretty good up in Sandy Creek area. Has been pretty good. The trout bite overall, the trout bite's been slow this spring, and as we're getting into summer, it's been a slow trout bite. And like I say, these captains are telling me there's not quite as many out there as I've seen. Now you saw that with Howard Farrell, that picture on Wednesday, wade fishing, and they're still finding some nice ones, but they've been scattered. Okay, let's get on into Panama City. Basically, what I have written down in this report now is going to be online. We're going to put it on there tonight. The trout bite in Panama City, okay. East Bay, again, I'm just repeating what I said. The tide, one thing, the tide hasn't been real strong this week, and that's one of the reasons right there, not really strong tide. Now, this weekend, the pier fishing, we talked about the pier report. I did that yesterday. The beach pier reports a good bite on king mackerel and Spanish. A few flounder have been pulled in, and the good reports of redfish. Now, they're catching redfish coming around those pilings and all. Also at Navarre Beach, you know, the same kind of, they fish the same way at all the piers in the Panhandle, and they're catching, what they're doing is just catching some bait and what it used to be called snobbling, and boy, you just throw it out there and wiggle that bait and catching those kings and redfish. So that pier fishing is going to be good. The pompano bite is just about shut down. No tarpon have shown up in this area yet. Now some of the Crooked Island, but as far we're not seeing a whole lot. I haven't got a word on it yet, but the tarpon will be here any time now. Like I say, they're down in Carabel already, and there'll be a lot of fishing around Crooked Island Sound. Best place to be fishing, and all that in here will be good tarpon fishing. And the best place to tarpon fishing, and the guides have finally found it out. I'm gonna go and show you right there off the tip of right here. Best tarpon fishing there, and right off Carabel off Dog Island. Okay, got to wrap it up. You have a great weekend as far as doing outdoor activities. We got a lot of stuff planned ourselves, and we're going to be doing some serious fishing now. So I want you to do the same thing. Be careful out there. There'll be a lot of boaters, you know, warm weather, so be careful. And remember, you don't have brakes on those boats. All right, you have a great weekend. Do something good for your fellow man, and God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.